So at the first sign of a stroke, what should someone do? Let's say you're with a friend or a family member and you notice a potential sign of a stroke. What should you do? First, let's talk about what are the signs of a stroke. You have numbness in one side of your body. It could be the face, it could be even an arm or a leg. Confusion, loss of facial function, loss of arm function on one side, loss of leg function, slurred speech, trouble walking. There's a real easy way to remember some key factors, and it stands for FAST. So the face, okay? So if you have the person next to you that you suspect they just had a stroke, have them smile, okay? And if one side of their face droops, that could be an indicator because you lose facial function on one side. The next factor is the arm. Have them raise both of their arms. And if one side just drops down, that could be an indication of a stroke. The next point is have them speak. You ask them to repeat a phrase a few times and see if they can do it. If they start slurring, that can be a sign of a stroke. Now realize there's a very short window to get this person to the hospital so they can actually give them some type of anti-clotting medication to open up the clot into the brain so the brain can get oxygen. It's like a 3 to 4 hour window. So you want to probably call 911 right away to get this person to seek some help. Now, just as important as knowing what to do if someone actually is having a stroke, it's what to do to prevent a stroke. The most important thing is getting your diet corrected so your insulin is normalized, so you don't have high insulin, because then you develop insulin resistance, and when you have that, you have a lot of blood sugar issues, and you can form a clot just with that condition right off the bat. So you want to do a low-carb, healthy diet. Also, you want to do a diet rich in potassium. A lot of leafy greens would be very important. Potassium helps support the vascular system, and it can also inhibit clotting. Vitamin E, specifically the tocopherols, are probably one of the best antioxidants to support the brain and free radical damage, because what's unique about the brain is that there's a tremendous amount of oxygen consumption. So you have a lot of free radicals and oxidants going on, so you need a good antioxidant. Vitamin E, the tocopherol version, is the best. Number 4, ketones. So if you're on a ketogenic diet, if you're doing MCT oil, if you take exogenous ketones, all support the brain. The brain loves ketones better than glucose. And ketones are kind of the opposite fuel to glucose. Glucose tends to create more clots. Ketones can inhibit clots. Also fasting. Intermittent fasting is very, very beneficial to the brain and also causing your body to recycle old damaged protein. And so one of the most important things to support both your cardiovascular system, the inside of the lining of your arteries, and the brain is intermittent fasting. All sorts of magical things happen. Then we have DHA, which is omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids not only thin the blood, as does vitamin E, but it also can help repair brain damage and protect the brain against clotting. Garlic is a good blood thinner. Then we have exercise, which is going to support more oxygen to the brain cells. One last therapy which I have done and I love is the hyperbaric oxygen therapy. You should look into it if you haven't heard about it, and it can create some serious improvement if you actually had a stroke and you're trying to force oxygen deep into the brain to repair it.